Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to another episode of our Assassin's Creed Odyssey Let's Play. In the end, I decided to come do this part first. This is where it all started. This is where we will go to where we were thrown off the cliff. Because I believe this is where we will find our brother, Alexio. He's going to be reflecting on his past, just as we will with our mother. And it's our chance to talk him into leaving the cult and rejoining us. And after this, we'll reveal who the center figure of the cult is and go to where we first met the cult in the Oracle Delphi. They have a temple underneath it.
Off we go now.
What's the best way for us to get past this area? Can we jump over this? We can't, and we can't fit through that gap. We basically have to ride up the mountain. We could also climb up the mountain, but a little faster on a horse. So I guess that's where we were thrown off. How do we get up? There's a random mercenary ahead of us. We could just kill him. This set is perfect to do that. If we have range assassinate on, which we don't, because we just left a conquest battle. Oh, he didn't die. Well, you're not surviving two assassin abilities from us. We do so much damage. Alright, let's go trigger this probably quite emotional reunion between mother, son, and daughter, brother and sister. There she is.
My lamb, you've been gone so long.
Brasidas is dead.
No.
Demos killed him in battle.
And what of my son?
Cleon fired an arrow into Demos's back. The wound didn't look fatal. He could still be alive.
Malakas, Cleon. I'll kill him with my bare hands.
It's done, Mater. I already sent that snake to the sticks.
My family. You're all I have left.
Mater, there's something I need to do. I need to go to Mount Tayetos, where it all began. My whole life has been spent fighting and running. Running from my past, fighting to forget. I can't do this anymore.
My heart was shattered on that mountain.
I need to put that night behind me, once and for all.
I'm coming with you.
Alright, let's go. There's our boy.
This is where everything changed. It's like I...
Alexios!
On the edge of the world, a mother calls out to her child. Touching.
Alexios. Please.
You use that name as if it means something to me.
It's the name your father and I gave you.
Was that before or after you brought me to this mountain to die?
It was the cult! I tried to save you! I did everything! The priest told me you were dead!
And they told me you abandoned your son!
Alexios, come to me. We are your family. We can go home.
Family? Home. My sword is my family. The battlefield is my home.
I promised to bring him back, Mater. But the cult has poisoned his mind.
Promised to bring me back to Mater, did you? You didn't bring me here. Why don't you tell our Mater the truth?
And what truth is that?
That I'm the chosen one. I'm the one with a destiny. I will bring order to this world. You're nothing but a mercenary with a broken spear.
You don't have a destiny! You are just a tool used by the cult!
I'm glad you said that. Since we first met, I've been trying to figure out what you are to me. You're a weed, trying to choke and destroy everything I've planted. And you know the best way to kill a weed is at the root.
Alexios?
When I was little, I found a lion cub trapped in a snare. My friend tried to free it. That's when I heard the deadly growl of its mother. I watched as the lioness tore my friend to bloody shreds. Even in the world of beasts, a family protects its young!
I loved you! I still love you.
The one you love is dead. My destiny is clear. And I won't let you get in my way.
Alexios? Listen to me. You are my brother. I tried to protect you once, and I failed. I will not fail again. This belonged to our grandfather.
I've done terrible things.
We all have, Alexios. I know.
Cassandra! Wait. Thank you.
Alrighty. We got out of that. Back at home. We got a bunch of pieces of the demigod set, which is basically what Demos was wearing. We also got the final cultist clue. There's tons of things we got. So first let's start with the cultist clue. Time to show you guys who's been pulling all the strings. The ghost is a liar.
You've seen it yourself. The future belongs to us now. Old gods and new be praised.
Aspasia, daughter of the mighty Achios of Miletos, came to wealth and power in the most unlikely of ways, by falling in love. But even having dominion over Pericles and the hearts and minds of all Athenians would not be enough. Her ambition demanded more. To know all, to rule all. Anything less would not be good enough. So, we now know who's been in charge of the whole cult and who's been kind of planning this whole thing out. Not as much of a shock to me because I experienced this once before already. We have 2 mercenaries ahead of us. This is not important. We have our ship. We have our inventory. We have a new quest. We have a family quest. This is a wholesome thing. I guess we can save killing her till next time. We'll do the more wholesome stuff right away. Like go home for dinner.
Sometimes the face we show to the world needs to be one of strength, despite the chaos we harbor beneath.
There's more to being the best than pure strength.
That's an excuse for the weak.
I'll show you who's weak.
Well, at least the family is all together.
I'll get more wine.
Well, that wasn't so bad, was it?
I can't believe I have a family again.
The gods work in mysterious ways. You never know what they have planned.
Someone's kept their eye on me.
You're special! Look at the life they've blessed you with! Not so bad, if you think of it all.
That's optimistic, considering.
Just remember, no matter who surrounds you, I'll be there. And the others are waiting for us on the ship.
Right behind you.
And we got everyone in the family to join us on the ship. Nikolaus, Stentor, Mom, brother. This is because we kept everyone alive. And this is kind of official end, even though we didn't kill all the cultists. New Game Plus is now available. We can restart from the entire beginning. We'll keep all our resource levels, abilities, weapons, ship upgrades. However, the lieutenants will return. And it's available from a save file that's completed the main story. Okay, so we're not doing that right now, for sure. We're going to still have tons to do in this campaign. let's first check out what's the new quest. We remember. This is to go back to reminiscence about Pericles' death, I believe. We should do this too. But first, her. If we look at our inventory, we got a flood of items. We got our brother's sword. It's a warrior sword. It's pretty decent, but we're not going to switch over. Let me just clean out all the new items so there's no flicks. We don't have the full set for the demigod. We're missing the helm. 30% damage with all abilities. That's a great set bonus. It's a warrior build that increases mainly damage, I believe. Yeah, 9% damage, 9% damage, 9% damage. So it will max out to 10% when we reach level 99. But it's pretty much just a pure damage build for warriors. Nothing too crazy. The more fun, the best stuff is that we get our family that can join us as crew. We kept Stentor alive, so I just reminded myself of that. We didn't kill him. So when we had that branching quest, we weren't lying. We actually didn't kill him. Our dad, ramming damage, fire power when ramming. That's not very useful. Mom is javelin. Brother is fire arrow damage +1. So they're decent. We can definitely assign them. What's more fun with them is that if we want to, we can get this call to arm ability and summon them onto the battlefield, which is probably something we might do in the future. But we're going to continue with our storyline. We're going to go to Phokis and deal with the cult leader. It's time to end this. Alright, we're back at the Delphi, and then we're going to hop into the cult's lair. Oh, sorry, disturbed you guys on the bench. Knock, knock. Alrighty, we're inside. Let's go.
Cassandra, it was never supposed to be like this. Decades ago, a group of people gathered together to uphold a theory which they believed could control the universe. That the world functioned in equal parts, order and disorder. But some fell lovingly into the wicked arms of chaos, and the cult of Cosmos was born. They abused their power, casting the Greek world into eternal war. One you were created to stop. In destroying the cult, you have done what I could not. You are a hero, but this imbalance comes with a price, my child. For without chaos, there is supreme order, a loss of progression and freedom. But there is still hope. Hope in you. Hope in the future you will bring. We must fix the mistakes of the past. Use the staff. Repair the rift in the universe. The world depends on you, Cassandra. You need to be the hero again.
So, you've seen it too then. It's beautiful, isn't it?
What are you doing here?
You killed the last member of the cult. Well, just about.
What?
It's true. I was their leader. But only for a moment, it seemed. When your brother came along, it changed everything we were aiming for.
You agreed with them? The fucking cult?
The powers that be in the Greek world weren't doing things the right way. The cult just wanted a clean slate.
By way of corruption? Dirty drachmi? They killed people in a war they made themselves!
Fueling war was one of the methods, yes. But it was controlled. Until suddenly it wasn't. And then I didn't like what we were doing anymore.
I thought Demos was on your side.
Not in the way we hoped. As you know, he's impossible to control. He worked his way to the helm, and then he held even more sway than I did.
Malaga. So you were after us?
Not you, your bloodline. People like Leonidas, like you, have always posed a threat. Then we met and you surprised me. You were nothing like Demos.
Why not just use me? I was in the palm of your hand.
You made me optimistic, that you could help me bring down the cult that had become so corrupt. And you did, albeit unknowingly.
You're all the same. Selfish and fucking destructive.
It was different in the beginning. It wasn't about destruction. It was about redirection.
I just don't understand. What about this pyramid? How does it work? Why does the cult have it?
I've been trying to figure out all of that myself. It's as much of a mystery to you as it is to me. This pyramid has been worshipped by the cult for decades, and we have used it to replace the Oracle of Delphi, the most trusted person in all the Greek world. Using the people's reliance on a pantheon of dead gods would help to reshape humanity in our favor. The pyramid holds a mysterious power to see into time. But only certain people can activate it. People like Demos, and the ones in your bloodline.
But you've seen something too.
I don't know how or why, but it did show me something.
What did you see?
I saw you. In the vision, you destroyed the pyramid and you destroyed the cult. I saw what would come after.
After the cult?
We will be replaced by a new kind of order. Control under the reign of a philosopher king. There would be a movement away from the old gods towards rational society, built in a kingdom by the people, for the people. And I must find someone to lead them. But I couldn't achieve any of this with the cult and their chaotic regime. So I let them carry out their plans, and let the time of the cult of Cosmos come to an end on its own.
Wait. Did Pericles know?
I wanted to protect him, so I kept him in the dark. He would have had his own opinions, but he was never supposed to die. That is the truth.
He trusted you, and in the end you didn't protect him. Maybe he would be alive if you'd stopped them.
Gods know I would have if I could. When Demos killed him, I knew the original cause was lost. I had to retreat.
So, what happens now?
We shift focus. We steer towards a new republic under one supreme rule. A dream I'll make a reality.
But it is still a dream. One that isn't realistic.
Abandon what you know and just imagine. Forget democracy. No more blue and red. Just citizens working for a greater good.
This is crazy. It won't work, Aspasia. It didn't work.
It's not crazy. It's enlightened. Once people in Athens get wind of this, they'll come to know they've wanted it all along. Even you.
I'm not sure.
You've spent your whole life thinking for yourself. Let go. What I plan will require you to trust me. Come with me. This future's not a dream.
You should go. Lead your new republic.
I won't be the leader. We need someone with the knowledge of a philosopher and the wisdom of a king.
That's a tall order these days.
I couldn't have done this without you, Cassandra. You're doing the right thing.
I always try to do what's right.
Then we're after the same thing.
Cassandra, There is much left to do now. Cassandra! A storm is coming.
I can weather any storm.
Alrighty. So, fresh start. Fresh start. We spared her. There was no reason to kill her. As much as she could be a liar and all that, we're gonna choose to believe her. And this is Demigod set, last piece. Let's see, did we get anything? Golden statue? We are gonna go attend a funeral. All the emotional things today. This will probably be the closest way to get there. Alrighty, back in Greater Attica. Time to remember all those who are gone. The only person I really couldn't forgive Aspasias for would be Phoebe. Right? She worked for her, and then during the chaos of the plague, she let her go to the temple and die. But if we could forgive our brother for all the people he has killed, I think we can forgive Aspasias as well. We probably shouldn't go into the fort.
I should stay hidden if I don't want to fight.
Behold, I've kept myself alive.
It was the one job I gave you, Socrates. I knew you could handle it.
I would have attempted it even if you hadn't told me to.
It's not as easy as it seems, staying alive. There's not many of us left.
Then let's pay tribute to them. Though they aren't here now, they were here once. Come with me. My opinion on death is a nebulous one because I know nothing about it. Therefore, I know I shouldn't be afraid.
I'm not afraid either.
Many are because they don't know what death holds for them. One can only trust that the gods know for certain.
Seriously?
Phoebe. She never got to be a little girl. I talked to her like she was already grown up.
Which you did out of respect for her. Question your choices, Cassandra, but never doubt them.
Thank you for giving her the burial she deserved.
There are countless others here in Elysium. The blessed have earned that eternal happiness. One of them is our great Pericles.
Athens owes him a debt for all he's done.
They didn't call him the first citizen of Athens for nothing. A man of many contributions, but also a private man.
If only he had shared his burden.
We only knew him as he presented himself to be, but who's to say that wasn't his true self?
This war has taken so many. Even Brasidas fell.
Maybe so, but as a Spartan, he fulfilled his duty and died on the battlefield.
I helped him all I could. He was my friend.
Your survival avenges him. He will be honored as a hero.
The people will remember how we brought down Cleon.
Apparently, soldiers found Cleon on the beach. A casualty of war, perhaps?
Couldn't say. It's hard to recall what happens in the heat of battle.
Either way, let him spend his eternity in Tartarus for what he has done. And be certain, our friends wait for us in the light.
I drink to that.
Who am I to say no?
Well, this has supplied me with plenty of new material for my next play. Cassandra killed the monger as an act of espionage. That's exciting. Write a scene like that.
There's been no love scene yet. Let me provide that inspiration now.
Beauty is short-lived. You may as well use it, Alcibiades.
And to that, I raise my drink.
To us, who have persisted through everything, and to those who wanted to persist.
A tribute as good as your singing.
And to the gods.
Now, dear teacher, I think you should whisk me away for our private lesson.
I'm afraid I haven't had enough wine for that, Alcibiades.
Then someone fill his cup.
Alrighty. And with that, we say goodbye to our Symposium Athens game. But we have more quests. Let's see what else is new. Moving forward. Every story has an ending. Herodotus. Where do we find him? Do we have to go back to our ship? We actually do. Well, that's not too hard.
Commander away! You're released until further orders.
I sometimes feel like we've spent as much time at sea as on land.
You may be right. We've traveled a lot together.
I think it may be time I set off on my own.
I knew it'd happen one day, but I wish it didn't have to.
I know. We've been through far more than most people will ever experience in their lives. But even so, it will be a weird feeling.
It will take some getting used to. Well, where should I take you?
The docks near Athens should do. There are some others I'd like to say goodbye to as well.
I'm sure they'll be sorry to see you go. To Athens.
Okay. We'll fast travel there. That's Atlantis quest. Okay. We're gonna just hop over here and then summon our ship. Alrighty, we're back here. Summon our ship. Get all the goodbyes out this episode. So we can start our new DLC content, which I have never experienced and super excited about. So let's pop the ship here. Why is this guy sleeping here? Oh, he's dead. Not sleeping, he's dead. Did we kill him?
I sometimes pinch myself to make sure that I'm awake and that all we went through truly happened.
With your writings, it won't soon be forgotten either.
The world will be better knowing. My mind is flooded with the memories of all we experienced.
Do you have a favorite?
How could I possibly decide? You opened my eyes to so much, uncovered so many secrets and mysteries that will change the course of the world. Your spear and all it suggests. Atlantis, the cult.
None of those things are mine alone to take credit for. You were there through it all.
How could I ignore what was so clearly in front of me?
You couldn't. Which is why you have as much of a claim to all we did.
I wonder what the great Eagle Bearer will remember best from this journey.
It's like you said, it's impossible to pick just one.
It feels we met so long ago now, but we've also been through a lot in such a short time.
I'm glad you visited the Pythia that day and saw Varnavas.
I guess this is it. As much as I'll miss our conversations, this is where our paths diverge.
Where is your path taking you now?
To Thuri.
What's waiting for you there?
That's the exciting part. I have no idea.
You know what? I'm not sure anyone loves the unknown as much as you.
It only stays that way until someone cares enough to make it known. In Thuri, that someone will be me.
Will I see you again?
Our paths may cross once more, and I hope they do. If that comes to pass after all, it likely means something big is following, close behind.
Then I hope our adventures are nowhere near complete. I've never been great at saying goodbye.
To do so is to impart a sense of finality, and we have no way of knowing if this truly is goodbye.
Good luck in your travels, Herodotus. I can't wait to hear what you get yourself into.
I'll share my stories with you, so long as you bring some new ones of your own.
I can do that.
Alrighty. So this is a wrap up for all the blue quests, I believe. And that might be it. We might have actually gone through all the goodbyes. If we look at our quest list, DLC is next. We'll do the Legacy of the First Blade first, because that still stays on the map. This goes to a separate part as we actually go to Atlantis. We still have to gather a lot of seals. We're missing a lot of Athenian seals. This is a repeating quest, so we probably are missing, I'm guessing, like 3 more repeats, maybe 10 different seals that we need. We haven't done 4 animals. We're not great at that. Maybe we will, level up a bit, get more stories, visit more locations before we do that. We also didn't do this yet. We have to use the maps to find these 2 items, Lair of Apollo and Pan's Flute. We'll get onto that eventually. There's a legendary creature, a mythical creature actually still around in that volcano. There's a legendary weapon with this. We might do that sometime. There's a bunch of contract. These we don't have to worry about that much. These are just default ones that help us level up and gather resources. So we'll be back next episode to launch The Horseman Comes. And this, not surprisingly, is also in Macedonia because it's Persian related. So we'll be hopping back into this point, run to these locations, and trigger this mission here. So hope you guys enjoyed this story. We fully wrapped up the story of the cultists of Cassandra's life here in Greece. So moving on to DLC next time. See you guys then. Bye!